When you see that you are from the wrong tribe, or you are from probably you are from the wrong complexion, or you have the wrong religion, you need to pause. At times you don't even know until you get married, then in-laws will now start showing their true color. The moment you begin to see the true color of an in-law as an opposition, especially when it comes to mothers-in-law and father-in-law and probably sister, you need to hold your womb and not give birth yet. You sent it since. I'm just seeing it. Okay, welcome. Awesome, awesome. Seeing, okay, awesome. Are you here?
Hold on, sir.
Yes, we are seeing your legs. Okay, this is the face. How are you?
Good evening, sir.
How are you?
Very well. I'm glad to be
Great,
here.
awesome, awesome, awesome. Everybody meet the unprecedented lady. How are
Good
you? How
evening,
is everything?
everyone.
Thank you
Thank you,
for
sir, for giving me the opportunity to be here. So I would
awesome.
like to share a short story, and is a is a true story, my story. So like 12 years ago, or I would say 13 years ago, I met with my ex. So, he was just all over me. He wants to marry me. He wants to do this. So, he didn't even give me breathing space. He didn't allow other suitors to, have a chance. He will come to my office in the morning, even closing time, he will be there. So he was just insisting that he wanted to marry me. So he took me to his parents' house. When I met with the family, they looked nice, but I saw the elder sister, the younger sister. I just noticed that, the older ones, they are still there. But I just felt
That is
probably
not married, not married.
not
The older
married,
ones.
yes, yes, and they are ladies. So, and he had, siblings, older ones. So the impression he gave me was the mom is they are all from same father and same mother. I was already in the marriage when I knew that they were from three different men.
Oh, oh, wow.
So
I didn't know that.
like two from different. So it was so, he lied about it that they are together, because I just noticed that they fight a lot, they argue. And there was a time when his mother told me that I should not speak with one of our daughters, that she's our enemy. I was like, how will a mother call her own daughter her enemy? That I should not talk to her, I should not mingle with her. Okay, I now spoke with my ex then that, why is your mom saying this? He said, that's the way it is, oh, that they are not close. Okay. So back to before we got married. So after he disturbed me, before I said Jack, I got pregnant. He even shocked my dad that, you this girl that we sent to a good school and all that. And I think they saw his personality, they were not so impressed, but this guy just kept, disturbing and all that. So when pregnancy came in, my dad had to quickly, arrange for wedding and all that. So it was at that point that the woman's true behavior now, you know, came out. She will grumble, she
That's
will
the
just be,
mother.
yes, his mother, my mom-in-law then. So on the day of engagement that she was meant to be there, she came late. I think it was purposely so that, the son was just calling her. She said she's on the way, that she will soon be there. So even the things she brought, you will just know that no, this woman, there was something wrong. Marriage Sha came and,
Well,
went.
sorry. What did she, when you said things she brought, what did she bring?
Like normal area things you are supposed. The things she brought, like 2 or 3 tubers of yam, small palm oil. You will know that she was not just, yes. It wasn't just something to write home about. So my parents just had to, not to make it look too obvious. They shall arrange something. The guy was now fighting the mom that, but I gave you money now. I did this. The woman said, is what she is what is the amount he gave them that day. Even on that day, they fought safe. So he now apologized. My ex now apologized to my parent that they shouldn't be angry, that it was the mom that messed everything up, that he will make it up and all that. They just, because my parents, they will just be like, okay, don't worry. So marriage came and, gone. I delivered my first child. This woman will be looking for problems. She will just come to the house. This house is not settled though. She will come with the other siblings, and those ones are ladies. That the house is not settled. They want to come and settle the house. That
What do they mean? What do they mean by the house is not settled?
I think the guy, anything that happens in the house, it tells them unknowingly to me. So she would just be complaining that she has suffered a lot because of this child that Adagbe Adaso in Yoruba. All the trauma that she had. I just saw that she was just unleashing them on me. Even while I was pregnant, if she would come with the other siblings, those ones that are ladies, if they want to help me. There was one day I couldn't remember. I didn't forget. The younger sibling wanted to help me. I think I was heavily pregnant. Then the woman told her, don't help her, don't help her, let her do it herself. It was so very obvious that, she didn't like me. So, but my parents would say, well, you just like what they say. There's this adage that in the market you look at who you are dealing with. You don't look at the noise of the market. It's a big lie. Oh, you have to look at. So, and I should not mind the woman. Just focus on your husband. Unknowingly, the woman has this so much power on the guy, and that's what. It's not just him. On all of them. She decides what they will do. Even the ones that eventually got married, she will go there. That she doesn't like how the husband is treating her, that she should come to her house. As we speak,
She will bring back.
Yes,
She
as
will
we
bring back
speak.
her children from there.
Yes, with the grandchildren. So she would just complain that she doesn't like how the husband is taking care of her daughter. That if it's Gary they are drinking in their home, in her house, that she's okay. And it's not that she's doing anything. So it's my own ex that was sponsoring. So he was enabling them. And I told him then that, hey, this thing that you are doing, the girl will be complaining that her husband is giving her 1,000 or so. Is that a problem? Is it not what? And I'm sure it's a lie. She just wanted to leave the place by force because, to the best of my knowledge, the guy too is not doing bad. So just that they wanted to cook up a story. So eventually, the lady left the husband's house, moved to the woman's house. The younger one and the older one, they live with the mom with their two kids.
Wait, so the mom has two children and four grandchildren living with her.
The mom has 6 children. So I'm just talking of the one that are with her presently. The other ones, they are not with her, but they are not with their
Yeah.
spouses. She wants
Uh-oh.
them to have
Those that
kids,
are
but
not stay in their matrimonial
yes,
home.
they will not. The one that is a guy will not. She won't have a wife. He won't have a wife. He will have a child. She's okay with that. But spouse, she will make sure she finds one problem. At first, she said because we are not from the same state, she will just bring unnecessary problem. She comes to the house and the guy really does a lot of things for him. Rents apartment, bought her a car, but still she's not just happy with the marriage. She will tell me that I'm forcing myself on his on her son, that if it's not working, that look at her other girls, see the way they are with her, because she cannot tolerate any man doing them anyhow. She'll be saying it
Okay.
proudly that they are with her and she's okay. It's not for death or it's not for sickness. Everybody should just be apart. That
Okay. Okay.
yes.
Ask you some questions.
All right, sir.
The marriage did the marriage now become abusive?
Very abusive. So it was one of the
Physically?
physically abusive, emotionally, and all that. So it was after I got married that the woman called that they usually beat each other at home. That the older sibling usually beat my ex. Then whenever probably is stubborn, and the way they are
Is the
very
older sibling is a woman?
yes, beats
Oh, the
him
woman
whenever
will
he's
beat.
naughty.
Are you
Yes.
serious?
Yes, so that even on the introduction day, did I know that the guy broke something, broke bottle, So those signs of toxicity has been there that, I just overlooked. I noticed then that, they disagree a lot, even till date. If he speaks with his mom on the phone, he's very aggressive. Don't talk to me anyhow, that thing is in them, and they're always referring to this thing that they suffered a lot when they were young. They suffered a lot, so they have a lot of unhealed, trauma, bitterness that they are dealing with, that they just try to pass to other people. So whenever he's doing something, we'll say, himself and his siblings, they suffered a lot, that he would rather take care of them. That when did he know me? Yeah, is he up to 15 years? That the other ones, that they suffered a lot, he would rather do this one. That the sister sacrificed jam, whatever, to pay his, things that I never knew
Okay.
about.
Okay. 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 So after you now found that the first of all, the family don't like you, especially the mother-in-law, what kept you in the marriage when everywhere was hostile? Hey, is it that the network has gone? Hmm. When it is not beavers. Hello. Oh, please, can you? I think it must have been from her side. Can you send okay, let me check and send you another request. I think it must be from your side. Where are you? Unprecedented. Could you send me? Let me see. Okay, let me call you right back. I'm sending you another invite. Let me see. Oh, she's unable to join. Okay, I think you get the message. She got into a marriage, now found out that everything was not as it was. She had seen from the beginning that the mother-in-law, initially when she met the mother-in-law, everything was okay. But as she got pregnant, Even the wedding day, fight. She refused to buy, maybe she was supposed to buy 20 yams. I've not seen where you bring 3 tubers of yam and one small red oil. You know, it was such an embarrassment. When she told me today, we were talking about it, that her family had to quickly cover up, put more things there so that it would look as if they came, you know, with the full items. When you see all that, ladies and gentlemen, that is not what you negotiate with, it's what you walk away from. It is what you walk away from. What are you negotiating with? It is called sleeping with your house will continuously be on fire. And I warn people nowadays, what they do is to take the children from the spouses. The man will come home and meet the wife has gone with the children, or the woman will come home and see that the man has taken the children out of the house. Or even the wife would have been kicked out of the house. Nowadays, it's just so funny that we see a lot of women, you see them outside. Why? Because the gentleman has locked them out of the house. Let me try again to go live with unprecedented. She's unable to join. Okay, maybe network is finally gone. So my summation to you, ladies and gentlemen, where you see hostility in your in-law, that is not where to go. What she would have told you, she has 3 kids, and the 3 children have been taken from her. The mother-in-law spearheaded that. The children are in custody of the same mother-in-law who has 2 children and 4 grandchildren staying with her. Add her own 3 children to it. Now that is what? 7 grandchildren. 2 now her husband, you know, the mother-in-law has now moved in and with them. And can you just imagine, is that a cult, or is that, or what exactly is that? So, well, by God's grace, we have taken up the case and we look forward to helping her get her children back, and, you know, the man paying for his crime of domestic violence and abuse. It was really, really much. And you can see how beautiful this woman is. Oh, and you need to see her physically. So what are we saying? At the end of the day, you will lose. You don't marry into the enemy camp. You don't. The moment you see, it's not that they must like you, but they should not become your enemy. Everything you do, you didn't do well. No encouragement. No, you saw the other time she was pregnant. She was going down, you know, or the younger sister even tried to help her. The mother said, no, don't help her. That should have been the final. I would not escort my own child to where, you know, of all places, I'll not take you to Ukraine, where missiles are flying over Russia, you know, from Russia. No, you go where, how would I put it? You marry not for love, but for longevity. Your choice in a spouse should be based on how long you can last. Okay, she's back. Let me send you. This is awesome. 9 o'clock. Okay, we have 10 more minutes. Let's see if network will bring you back.
Thank
Welcome.
you. Thank you.
Thank you
So,
very much.
so like I
So,
said,
let me tell you where I stopped. I was telling the people about what you went through, and now that you are separated from the husband, what is the problem now?
so the problem now is you know, I endured all those abuses and all that. Yeah, I would have left, and I actually made I left, but you know, with parents, the guy would always come back begging. He's now changed. He's not a good person. You
So,
know,
sorry,
even
how
the
many months did it take him to change? When you left, how many months did it take him to change?
it did not change. Oh. they would you would only, it would only pretend, so for you to, and my kids, they are all grown, so they saw it. So at first, they thought probably true is change, but even my first daughter had to tell me, mommy, it didn't change. Oh, mommy, you wouldn't have just come back. And so I want to mention this. So the last, before now that I left, the third time I left, upon coming back, for 3 good months, he will be coming to my parents to beg, bring clients, bring this one, that. There was even a man that said, that he's standing for him, that he will not do this one, he will not do that one. He's a liar. Don't answer. Such people, after eventually, okay, so my parents now said, okay, you just go back. But okay, they now made sure he signed an undertaking with FIDA. They thought, okay, probably that one will help. So I now came back. After we came back, the guy told me that undertaking, that it will have consequence. So that when he was signing undertaking, I didn't know that it will have consequence. That everybody saw him as a weak person, that his parents, his siblings, that they see him as a weak person. So that his mother, I just thought I was so concerned about, what other, that he would.
What the mother.
Exactly, that his siblings, that he's not even looking like a fool, in their presence, that you are going to beg woman. Is she a coin? Is she, this one, that one? I said, this is one chance. So I now told my mom that, hey, this is what is happening. So he now even got to a state that he will be calling ladies in the house, probably his girlfriend. So that was the day I confronted him that, so what's the meaning of this? If you want to call your girlfriend, you can as well go out. The guy said, that means I should stop that one. No, did I know what happened when I was not, when I wasn't at home? Did I know I was feeding? Do I know this one? That means I should not even go there. Or that if I want to go, I should go. Or that he only came there because of the children. So ever since then, he will call my kids that, see, if anybody is taking you out of this house, you have the right to say no. I just thought that, oh, this guy just, planned, something. So he inserted cameras in the house. He would say he would drop the kids himself. So I just thought that, oh, this guy.
So that he would not leave?
So that I will not live with the children. He was so much particular about the children. That his mother said, that why that if I want to go, I should go. Meanwhile, his own siblings are with the mom, with their children. So why are you dishing out what you cannot take? So ever since then, he behaves anyhow in front of the children. He talks to me anyhow, even to the extent. And I have a 12-year-old. She'll just be like, mommy, what is happening? He gets to say that they'll be telling me, mommy, can't you do something? Mommy, you can't just continue like this. And because he's violent too, so I try not to. He says, things that get me angry and all that. So because of those children, and I don't want to get, any additional mark, or, I just don't want to create additional, problem. They just say, okay, whenever he's angry, I reported him at different, police station. I just saw that I think behind the guy will, go and do something, probably bribe them. So whenever he's acting, crazy at home, and I call those people, they'll be like, madam, you just be behaving like a fool, eh? Just be behaving like a fool. I said, can you imagine? There was even a day I called one of them that, madam, this guy is behaving somehow. The woman told me, madam, she no hear waiting you they talk, sha. She where you they no hear waiting you. What's the meaning of this? So I just saw that no, this would not work. And people try to give. So my advice, people try to give advice that they cannot even take. They'll be like, why didn't you tell us now? It's a lie. The times you've been telling them, they did not do anything. So you are the one that you know what to do. So what now happened? It now got to a stage that I said no. I cannot take this anymore. I need to go out. Even my parents, they were saying, just do this. They were the ones saying, you need to go. We cannot take this anymore because they see the rate of, domestic violence. And the guy has now gone wild that he now picks the call and talk to them anyhow. He will call my mom that he will beat me and nothing will happen. So he has gotten that guts that nothing can happen to him in this Lagos. He knows Sanwo, he knows Buhari, he knows this one, bragging at home and doing all that. Yeah, I kept quiet. So at home, he told the security guy that when I want to go out with the kids, at the estate gate, he told them that they should not allow me go out. He had made those stringent moves. He says they should call him at the gate if somebody is coming to, visit me, crazy stuff. Okay, I just said, yeah, I know what I will do this time around. I will not go with the kids again, like he will come and beg and, I don't want that circle to continue again. So I said, I need to save my life first because he was always telling me at home that I said, I don't want you. You have to go. Whatever your eyes see, now you sabio, somebody telling you all that one, you don't belong here. Go. When you continue to hear that every day, you don't
Oh,
need somebody
wow.
to tell you to stay there now. Meanwhile, ever since I got back, the last time, that I came begging that I returned, the mother did not come to the house. And he got a new apartment for his mom. I knew that. I said, where is your mommy? Where does your mom live now? He said, I shouldn't worry that when it's time, he will let me know. So till date, I don't even know where the mother lives. So it was after I now left the house. So there was a day he went to my children's school. So he made sure that he's the one that will be dropping them, he's the one that will be picking them. So in a bit not for me to go with the kids. So I said, okay, no problem. Me, I will go. I need to save myself first and I'll and all my children they are girls. So
Hmm.
they saw all those things. Most times I sit on the chair, will say, stand up from my chair, stand up from my chair. That am I the owner of the chair? That the
Are
AC
you
might be
serious?
on. Yes, the AC will be on. He will go and switch it off. He will say it's luxury. Whenever he's going out of the house, he will tell the security guy to put off the gen.
Okay.
It was as bad as
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it is okay. So now, wow. I didn't even know all this that you are saying.
Yeah.
So now, what is your
So
condition now, and what you want to tell people? We have just 3 minutes. What would your
yeah, okay,
advice
so
be?
let me round it up. So the first thing is you have to save yourself because my mental health, I wasn't, thinking well. So I said, let me come out and I save my kids. So after I left the house, packed my things, I reported, thank God for Barrister Olumide. So we've been on the case. So there's a case of domestic violence and a case of, child adoption. So we are on that and we are almost, at the end of it. So he will be charged because he needs to pay, for all those things. He humiliated me in front of the children. He will say, your mother is a devil. Your mother is wicked. Your mother is this one. He says that to the children. So I don't want that circle to continue, raising toxic and in this part of our world, if anything happens, they will say, the mother, you did not train them well. Okay, sorry, I forgot to chip in. There was a case that happened in my daughter's school that she broke somebody's laptop. That was part of what she normally sees as the father breaks things, pause things, my bags. He will just, throw everything down. So his own daughter is the one that is now paying for his action. So that's why you don't need to
So
stay long.
your daughter started fighting and breaking things in
The
school.
way the school label it is bullying, and it's bullying, that's the way, don't do this, it's bullying. So, and she
Broke
paid for
somebody's
it.
laptop. Hold on. Broke somebody, as in she took the laptop and
She broke
slammed
it
it.
from a three-story, building. Pam, what was the cost? No reasonable cost.
Wait, She threw someone's laptop from the third
Yes,
floor.
she said the girl, maybe she was angry, something that doesn't just make sense. The girl was acting somehow to her. So is that enough for you to break her laptop? And unfortunately, the people that, the parents of the girl she broke, they are not the nice people. They made sure they reported, they took the case, up. They now requested for the laptop to be replaced. Same color, new, everything. And after she was suspended for a time, that she should be doing, virtual class. So
She
she
was
paid
suspended.
because of that
Okay.
action.
So your daughter, one of your daughters, is
Yes,
now behaving like her father.
yes, yes. So that was why I said no. I can't, allow innocent, children to. It's a circle. They will just think that's the right thing, and I know it's the wrong thing. So if you are staying there means I'm enabling, all those things. So I said no. This must stop. Hence, that was why I took the step.
It is well. Thank you so much for sharing your story. It's not easy. This is the first time you are just coming out of the closet. And
Yeah.
it's not easy facing people, talking to people, sharing. It's just amazing. We will get your children back by God's grace, and
Thank
you
you.
will pay for the
Yeah.
abuse.
Thank
And
you.
it's, one thing that beats me about abuse. The research has proven conclusively that abusive men are men who have seen their mothers being beaten by their father, an intimate partner, a lover, or a family member. And same goes for the women. Women, people who watch their mothers or fathers being beaten by an abusive wife or a violent wife. And, so you can trace everything back to the family. So when you remain in abuse, what you are doing is raising your children to become the abuser because they will become the way their environment raised them. And that is why we keep recycling abusers from one family, they will now marry into another. So you really need to quickly intervene to break that cycle of abuse. And that is why I thank God you made the right step in leaving. The next is to get back the children and now break that angry trait. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. Thank you
Thank you,
so
sir.
much. I really appreciate. So I don't
Thank
know,
you,
you can
sir.
exit, the screen now. I don't know
All
how
right.
well you
All right. I'll
can
do
do
that.
that. All right. Uh, it is well. Ladies and gentlemen, at least we have been saying it. Now you have seen it live well, this is not 3D, live in color. This is the month of March, and I have told you, according to my own personal research, the month of March determines the slope of abuse. I have been saying this for 2 years. The month of March, always, this is the third year, the month of March always determines the slope, the gradient of abuse. Once there is a spike in the month of March, then the entire year will be a bloody one. So we have started with, this is the second day. My no more BP for me, but my heart is a bit on that side, just hoping that if we can curb it, that is why we go through this extensive media campaign, publicity, awareness, so that people in abuse should just leave. Let us watch the month of March. So throughout the month of March, it shall be dedicated to domestic violence and abuse, that campaign. I don't even want to talk about last year. I don't want to talk about the year after. About 2 years ago, every single day from the 1st to the 31st of March, people were being killed every day. What month did Otsinachi die? Was it March or April? It is always so please watch out. Listen to the signs I give you. Don't just marry for love, you marry for longevity. You marry where you know you would last. Where you see all this. Listen, it is better to be single. And when you say, all my mates are, it is better because the people running out of marriage is almost twice the number of people trying to run into marriage. Marriage is not it is not compulsory. If you don't find, you don't find. If you find, you find. But don't compromise because you are compromising your own safety. You are compromising your own children. You are compromising your own destiny. Because the moment you are married to the wrong person, you can never achieve your destiny. You can never become who you were meant to be. It's not just possible. I wish you all the best. Thank you, everybody. I don't know if there are any comments or reactions. Let me say before I leave. Okay, everybody has been quiet. This is awesome. People are beginning to be more quiet. Okay, this is awesome. This is awesome. Everybody is quiet today. Well, Babatunde Akindolere, I am re-energized. 11th March, we go again and take back our, yes, so we take back our state. We don't know who you are. Reclaiming Nigeria through the power of our numbers and votes. EC_MOA, yes, absolutely. The power that is you. Fortunate Doja, good evening. You have been good, oh, thank you for joining. Better late than never. As my usual practice, awesome. I told a lot of mine that too. Please invite your friends, invite your family to join us every Thursday, so that we can talk, we can share our reason. Things that I cannot say on air, on the radio station, I could say here without fear of Nigerian broadcasting. I don't want them to shut down Nigeria Info. I think on 2 occasions while I was on air, they were calling the CEO, the MD, that this man on air, tell him to stop saying this. I think they are tired of me now. It is well. Thank you very much. I'll see you next week. Please don't forget to tune in on Saturday. I would expound on this matter properly.